When I first began teaching English, I wondered why my Mandarin-speaking students had no problem using the word ago with actions in the past, but invariably had trouble expressing actions with in the future. Aside from the obvious difference in the way Chinese and English speakers talk about time and tense, there seemed to be something else that wasn't clear to me. Eventually, I realized that Chinese makes no distinction between before or after now and before or after some other time. English makes a clear distinction between 现在之前, 现在之后, and 非现在之前, 非现在之后. Listen to the following story. I met Carol at a party 2 years ago. My wife, Vera, had died 5 years earlier. Carol and I got married 1 year later. I met Carol at a party 2 years ago. My wife, Vera, had died 5 years earlier. Carol and I got married 1 year later. In this story, ago is used to talk about time before the moment of speaking. In Chinese, 现在之前. But if you look at the words before, later, and earlier, you will notice they all contain the er ending. This er ending is the sign of the comparative form, which is used to talk about two things, two people, or two different times. In other words, two actions must be mentioned in the conversation if we want to compare them using later, after, or earlier. Although before is not a comparative spelling, it can be used in the same way. Here is part of a telephone conversation and how I might describe it. I'm really busy. Call me back in 10 minutes. I'm really busy. Call me back in 10 minutes. She called me back 10 minutes later. She called me back after 10 minutes. She waited 10 minutes and called me back. When asking someone to call back 10 minutes from the moment of speaking, after and later are not correct. We would say in 10 minutes or 10 minutes from now. Of course, someone describing this telephone conversation may choose the words after or later, or simply say she waited 10 minutes and called back. To help you remember this distinction, picture in your mind a container, two sides of a time period beginning now, the moment of speaking. Here's another short dialogue. The house will be finished in 2 weeks. You can move there a few days later. The house will be finished in 2 weeks. You can move there a few days later. You can move there after a few days. In English, we understand in and ago to mean the opposite ends of our imaginary container. But be careful. Don't make the mistake of assuming that in 10 minutes can be less than 10, or that in 2 weeks can be less than 14 days. This is important because in our container with its two distinct sides, it also gives us a feeling of pressure to do something quickly or do something correctly. Look at these examples to understand the feeling of pressure. Number 1, ask me again in 2 or 3 days, okay? You must wait a few days. 2, hurry up. I'll be ready in just a minute. Don't rush me. 3, don't worry. You'll learn how to do it in time. You need more practice. 4, I'll have everything finished in no time. Don't worry, I'm a fast worker. 5, will we get there in time for our flight? Hurry, we mustn't be late. 6, I arrived just in time to say goodbye to her. I nearly missed my chance. 7, she learned to drive in 3 weeks. She really needed to use the car. 8, Usain Bolt can run 200 meters in 19.19 seconds. Who can beat this world record? Most students of English, of course, know that the preposition in can also mean within a period of time without any feeling of pressure to perform. In these examples, the idea of the moment of speaking is not important because the exact time is not mentioned. Compare these final 3 examples. Number 9, we'll be going on vacation in the summer. There's no pressure. In the summers are time to relax. 10, he's learning Japanese in his free time. His free time is any time he chooses. 11, business should pick up in the coming weeks. In the coming weeks, this has no time limit. I hope this video will help you understand the use of the preposition in to express a time after the moment of speaking. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more videos like this one if you feel they are helpful.